Hey guys! Today marks the first official day that the National Hurricane Center is going to start putting out their regular tropical weather outlooks for the Atlantic Basin for the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. And as you can see, the 7:28 a.m. or really 8 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, they're not monitoring any tropical disturbances yet within the next 48 hours or the next 5 days, but there does seem to be some consistency and thus some potential for a potential tropical cyclone to form in the Atlantic, generally potentially around the Florida area, going into this next upcoming weekend around May 22nd. So let's actually show you that right now. Now, at this point, I will tell you that the GFS model is the only model currently showing it. The Canadian model and the European model haven't yet started to hop on that train and show it yet, but the GFS model has shown a good bit of consistency with showing this system. Now, so we're at May 19th, and we're taking it out to towards the 22nd. You can see there's all that moisture there down south of Florida, really, over Cuba and the northwestern Caribbean. And all of that starts streaming north. You can see there's a low pressure center that starts forming along with it, and it starts heading towards the north and starts to head towards the Bahamas and off the east coast of Florida. And then it starts moving towards the north and east and then out to sea. And then it kind of actually does start to get a bit stronger as it moves farther to the north and east out to sea. It doesn't look like it will really make landfall or make any direct full-on impacts to the U.S., but obviously when it potentially, if it does occur this way, let's say it does occur this way, it would bring some heightened surf and rain to the east coast of Florida and obviously as well the Bahamas and even Cuba, especially when it's farther down south around here. But again, this kind of shows that the GFS has finally started to show that we're going into a potential favorable environment for some tropical cyclones to start to try and occur and potentially form in the Atlantic. So, there is now some decent potential, I would say, about at this point, maybe between a 30 and 50% chance of tropical cyclone occurring at this point. That is obviously definitely quite a wide range of percentage possibility for a tropical cyclone to occur next weekend. But obviously we're still around a week out from this occurring, so lots can change. Obviously this may not occur. We've seen that tons of times before, or it could occur and more models start to hop on and start agreeing with the GFS, as we move into this upcoming week. But again, if the GFS continues to be consistent with it, at the very least, the National Hurricane Center, could start to monitor a potential disturbance to potentially maybe form around this area. Off the east coast of Florida, the Bahamas, and kind of north of Cuba. So, especially within the next 5 days, potentially they could start monitoring this, maybe as soon as tomorrow, but I doubt that. Probably more as we get towards, Monday or Tuesday that they would. If they were to start monitoring it, it would probably be more towards Monday and Tuesday that they would start showing a potential area of disturbed weather that could form into a tropical cyclone within the next 5 days as we get towards that time frame. And they would probably put a yellow grid area around again the southern Florida area, Bahamas and Cuba area, because of how consistent the GFS has been. And of course, previously it was showing the system moving more towards the Gulf and hitting the Gulf Coast. Now it's showing some a good bit different and showing it going towards the east coast of Florida and out to sea, but still impacting the Bahamas and even having some kind of indirect impacts more towards the east coast of Florida with higher surf and rain showers. No direct landfall or direct impacts exactly, but kind of more offshore impacts if that were to occur. But moving into this upcoming week, there is some potential there is some potential at this point that the National Hurricane Center could start monitoring a system in this general area of Florida, Cuba, and the Bahamas, um, moving into this upcoming week. And the potential time frame of it potentially forming, if it does form, would be towards this next upcoming weekend around May 22nd. That time frame around May 22nd. So, again, only the GFS model is really showing it occurring at this point. Still, no other models are really agreeing with it yet or showing anything. But of course, that could change, and so that would obviously bring the confidence level up a good bit to potentially to a point where it could become likely that a system could form. But obviously, at this point, it's still too early to say since only one model is showing it. But then again, this one model has been generally kind of consistent with showing a potential tropical system in this general area of Florida, the Bahamas, and Cuba. Whether it goes into the Gulf or towards the east coast of Florida, over the Bahamas and out to sea, or something like that. So, in this general area of Florida, Cuba, the Bahamas, the Straits of Florida, and even the very western Gulf of, or sorry, the very eastern Gulf of Mexico, there is the potential at this point, slight potential of some kind of tropical system potentially occurring, whether it will be fully tropical or subtropical. Obviously, it's too early to tell, but again, there is that potential in the National Hurricane Center if if the GFS model continues to be consistent with it, and especially if more models hop on the train and start showing it along with the GFS, and there is some agreement among the models once potentially other models do start agreeing with the GFS, definitely the National Hurricane Center will start monitoring it. But the National Hurricane Center also could start monitoring it if the GFS is going to be staying consistent over the rest of this weekend and into next week. So again, very interesting stuff going on. We could potentially be looking at our first tropical system of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season moving towards next weekend. Obviously, still about a week out. So, obviously a lot can change, but there is that potential. So, I definitely want to bring that up to you guys. Really very interesting stuff going on. So, again, we could be looking at, our sixth or seventh consecutive season with potentially an early preseason named system before June 1st. So that's quite the impressive quite the impressive feat, quite the impressive stat right there. But of course, it's not set in stone whatsoever yet. So obviously, potentially won't occur. But obviously the chance is there. So again, really interesting stuff going on. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. The National Hurricane Center has started to issue their regular tropical weather outlooks for this year's hurricane season today. This 8 a.m. advisory that they just put out, almost 2 hours ago or so. So again, that's pretty cool stuff, and again, they'll be continuing to put out their regular tropical weather outlooks all the way through the end of November. So yeah, we're now starting to enter the hurricane season, and of course, the official start of the hurricane season is June 1st. So we're still a couple weeks or so away from that official start date of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. But of course, we are kind of in the hurricane season now, with the National Hurricane Center starting to put out regular tropical weather outlooks. But again, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very, very interesting stuff going on in the Atlantic right now. At least one model at the moment is showing the potential of some tropical cyclone forming around the southeast, very, very southeastern areas around Florida, Bahamas, Cuba. Of course, we're going to have to continue to monitor this. Very interesting stuff. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys think about this. Do you think it will form? Do you think it won't form? Let's have a very lively and yet respectful discussion down there in the comment section. Please consider liking the video as well down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you like any kind of weather-related content, whether it's tropical weather, severe weather, winter weather, I cover all of that on my YouTube channel, so please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're already subscribed, please make sure those bell notifications are on for my channel so you get future updates on important weather events that could be occurring or are occurring. So again, make sure those bell notifications are on for my channel if you're already subscribed, and also please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And again, like the video down below, and let's have a lively discussion down there in the comment section. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.